Hello everyone, this is Raji. In this video, let us learn about variance and standard deviation in Power BI. So let us learn what is variance and standard deviation. So the variance is defined as the average of square difference from the mean. So to calculate the variance, we have to calculate mean, that nothing but the simple average of the numbers. Then for each number, subtract the mean and the square of the result. The work Then work out the average of those square differences. So this is the process we do while calculating the variance. So what is next? Coming to standard deviation. The standard deviation is a measure of how spread out numbers are. So it is nothing but square root of the variance. So the standard deviation is a measure of amount of variation or dispersion of a set of values. A low standard deviation indicates that the values tend to be close to the mean of the set, and high standard deviation indicates that the values are spread out over a wider range. So, the variance returns the variance of a sample population. So, let us see about this uh, variance and standard deviation using an example. So, first let us see. So, this is the variance function, DAX function, varx dot p. We use this function while in Power BI. So, this function returns the variance of the entire population. So, syntax is given as varx dot p table and expression. Here the table refers to any DAX expression that returns a table of data. Expression means any expression that returns a single scalar value where the expression is to be evaluated multiple times. So it returns a number with variance of the entire population. So this is the formula for variance. So it is nothing but sum of x minus x. Here x bar represents the average value of the x whole square divided by n. N is number of records. So this is about the variance. Coming to standard deviation, this is the standard deviation. It returns the standard deviation of the entire population. So this is the syntax of standard deviation. Here we use DAX formula STDEV dot P to represent the standard deviation. So standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. So here we have seen the formula for variance. So standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So let us see this with an example. So if we observe, here we have the student data and we have squares for class A and class B. So these are the squares for class A and score for class B. In class A, minimum square is 70 and maximum score is 96. While coming to class B, the minimum square is 75 and maximum score is 98. So here maximum score is 98. So now let us calculate variance of class A. So let us create a measure. Right click, measure. Variance for class A. Class A equal to, here we will use the function variance function. var dot s from the table student data query. So this is the variance for class A. Let us create another measure for variance for class B. Variance for class B. So we are going to calculate variance for class B. Use the function where dot s from the table student data science score class B. Click enter. Now let us calculate the standard deviation for class A and class B. Create new measure. Standard deviation for class A. Let me copy. Equal to stdev dot s for class A. Click enter. Our measure is created. Now let us create another measure for standard deviation for class B. Equal to stdev dot s. Click enter. Now let us take a table and let us take science score for class A, class B. Let us select do not summarize, don't summarize, don't summarize. Increase the size. So this is the science score for class A and class B. Now let me select standard deviation variance for class A, class B. It's giving the total value. So the variance for class A is 97.62 and variance for class B is 68.48 and standard deviation for class A is 9.88 and standard deviation for class B is 8.28. Nothing but standard deviation means square root of this variance of class A. Standard deviation for class B is square root of 68.48, that is 8.28. So this is how we calculate variance and standard deviation using DAX in Power BI. So this is all about today's video. Thank you.